Welcome in, Taurus. Thank you guys so much for joining me today. For those of you that are new, welcome in, guys. My name is Lisa. Welcome to Say It Soul Tarot. For those of you returning, welcome back, guys. Again, hope everybody's doing awesome. All right, this card wanted to fall out, so we'll keep it. That being said here, Taurus, this is going to be your mid-month love reading, general love reading for mid-April to the end of April. But as you know, time's fluid, so if you're drawn in, don't be dissuaded by the date stamp on it. That being said, it's going to be for Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Any placement in Taurus. And you got a pretty good reading last, your monthly was some new love. So we'll see what comes through in this reading for you guys. I'm going to take a look first and see how you're feeling, Taurus. That way you can see whether or not you resonate with this reading or not. So spirit angels and guides, please show me how Taurus is feeling. Some of you are working really hard right now with that Eight of Pentacles wanting to fly out of the deck. So work could be pretty stressful right now for some of you. How is Taurus currently feeling? So we have Justice coming out. Could be dealing with a Libra or dealing with some court issue, some legal issue. All right. So really what I'm getting right off the bat. All right. So I do feel like, some of you are feeling a little bit isolated. I feel like you are pretty disappointed here in what's out there. So I feel like for some of you, you've been maybe back online, online dating here. And I feel like you haven't been really very happy at what you've been finding. You definitely could be finding a lot of people that just kind of like want to hook up. And I feel like, that's not really something that you're looking for at this point. I feel like for a lot of you, you're wanting to be and or find somebody who's like stable, somebody who, is hardworking, somebody who's balanced, like not kind of like in and out and like unreliable. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, you have been disappointed. So I don't know. Let's see here let's clarify your feelings. Tell me about this Eight of Pentacles here and Taurus's feelings. Yeah, so we have the Eight of Wands. So again, I feel like for a lot of you, work has been really demanding, like getting a lot of phone calls or a lot of messages. And I feel like you're just feeling overwhelmed and possibly taxed. Tell me about Justice here. Some of you as well might be in the middle of a divorce. Yeah, I feel like right now, you're just trying to really concentrate on yourself here. We have the Tower on the bottom. Five of Wands. So a lot of chaos and confusion going on around you. And again, I feel like for some of you, it could be work related. For others of you, it could be, some sort of situation with an ex. And this Four of Cups here. Why is the Four of Cups here in Taurus's feelings? Yeah, I feel like for some of you, you're definitely feeling like, is it really worth getting back out there if you are in the middle of, some sort of major ending? Like, I feel like for some of you, you might feel like, oh, I always get hurt, or I just feel like right now, maybe Taurus, you're not feeling like you really want to like, first off, you're not liking what you're seeing out there. Secondly, I feel like, you've had some relationships that have been obviously pretty disappointing. And you're at this point, I feel like you're maybe asking yourself whether or not it's even worth putting yourself out there. But again, at the end of the day, everybody, it would be lovely to have somebody, right? Tell me about the Seven of Cups here. Yeah, Five of Pentacles. So I feel like there's the Three of Swords on the bottom. I feel like you've had your fair share of heartbreak here, Taurus. And again, I feel like you, kind of want to get back out there, but at the end of the day, nobody's really sparking your interest here. I feel like you are feeling pretty overwhelmed work-wise. And then, what you've seen has been disappointing. But you are, probably wanting to be with somebody, or, just everybody needs connection, right? Is really what I'm getting off those cards. So let's see. I don't know. Let's see if this person pops back up, because like I mentioned, I feel like you were going to meet somebody new in your monthly reading. Tell me about this person that's on Taurus's mind. You might still have somebody on your mind, but let's see here. Comes through. How does this person feel about Taurus? How does this person feel about Taurus? Who is this person? Is this somebody new, Spirit? So we have the Nine of Pentacles coming out. Three of Cups. Two of Wands. Wheel of Fortune. All right, I feel like like I already mentioned in your monthly, I feel like this definitely could be somebody new. You might meet this person when you're traveling. So we have the Two of Wands, so I feel like mid to end of month April here, I feel like you are going to be out socializing or feeling a little bit more social, kind of getting out of that hermit sort of energy. I mean, in the Northern Hemisphere, we're coming out of winter, you know, spring is starting or it has started. I think we had the first day of spring like a week and a half ago here where I am. You know, but I feel like you're destined, there's somebody on your path here that you're supposed to meet here soon. Yeah, that's really what I'm getting. And I feel like, you know, there's going to be some socializing between you and this person right off the bat. Like, I feel like, you know, as soon as you see this person, I feel like there's going to be some sort of conversation happen between the two of you. It could be like indirectly, you know, like let's say you're staying at a hotel, you go on a trip, and then you keep running into the same person at the bar. Like, it's that kind of energy that I'm getting. Yeah, and you were meant to like definitely meet this person, the high priestess. So I don't know, maybe, you know, internally, I feel like maybe some of you know that something's coming or someone's coming. I feel like on some level here, like the universe is kind of like preparing you for this encounter here. Yeah, I also feel like both of you have kind of been through it. So that's something you guys might talk about. Like you might kind of like have a conversation about, you know, how disappointing, you know, dating or like something along those lines has been. Let's clarify this person, see if we can find out some more details. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles showing up. I feel like for some of you, you know, kind of getting like an open patio for some reason. I don't know. That's really weird. Tell me about the Nine of Pentacles here. Just looking at the lady on the card. She's outside, but enjoying nature, but in like a protected area. Tell me about this Nine of Pentacles. My cards are acting really weird. Why is the Nine of Pentacles here? The Moon. Yeah, I feel like this is going to be like a surprise. I mean, the moon can be like, you know, something you don't see coming here. Could be a water sign with somebody who has water in their chart. This is also Pisces card. Tell me about the Three of Cups. Yeah, there's the High Priestess. Interesting. And the Two of Wands. Why is the Two of Wands here? Knight of Cups. Yeah, someone is coming your way. As you can see in this card, the Knight of Cups is like looking to the future, carrying this cup, moving towards you. And this Wheel of Fortune. Tell me about the Wheel of Fortune here. Queen of Swords. Nine of Swords. Ten of Cups. And there's that Hermit that we talked about. Yeah, I feel like you're going on a new adventure, Taurus. Are you going on a trip? For some of you as well. For others of you, you might meet this person like again, like I feel like it's gonna be like on a patio or something like that, or someplace, you know, that's casual. I feel like for some of you, you might have some other people around you, because I did see the Five of Wands, which can talk about, like a lot going on around you. I feel like with this Wheel of Fortune, the Queen of Swords, Nine of Swords, Ten of Cups, I feel like for some of you, you're like deathly afraid of repeating a pattern. But I feel like there's a reason why you're meeting this person. And I feel like it's, to kind of either get over something that happened for you in the past with somebody else, or whether or not you need to kind of like change your outlook on what long term happiness really looks like for you. So, because of the experiences you've had in the past here, Taurus, it's kind of left you a little bit like unsatisfied, a little bit bitter, a little bit feeling like out in the cold, like I just never meet the right person. And again, I feel like you need to get out of this Nine of Swords and have a better opinion, or try and be a little bit more optimistic. So I don't know. I mean, that might be something that you need to look at just in general. Um, yeah, I feel like, to have a good perspective, to kind of like go on this internal journey here about what it is that you're really wanting. I feel like you need to be clear to the universe. So if you are manifesting with the Four of Swords there, if you are manifesting love or trying to bring in new love, I feel like Spirit's encouraging you to, try and work through whatever sort of like past experiences you've had or past pain that you've had, in order to kind of like have a new, fresh perspective on what, long-term happiness looks like for you. And again, I feel like for a lot of you, you have been really disappointed. So, I mean, I completely understand where that's coming from. If you felt like you've been really unlucky as far as like meeting people, or just been unlucky in love, like if that's something that's like a mindset mantra that you keep telling yourself, then I feel like, that is causing issue, because, with the law of attraction, you're attracting in exactly what you're putting out. So if that's your attitude towards love, those are the type of people that are like that you're drawing in. So just be very aware of that. Of, it's easy to kind of get in that spiral, and get on that train of thought. It's hard to get off of it. So just be very mindful about the messages that you're saying to yourself, or just in general, and just try and look at love with a new bright perspective, and not be in the energy of like, whatever happened in the past doesn't necessarily is going to happen in the future. It will, if you don't change your mindset, is really what I'm trying to say. So just be very cautious about, that mind chatter that's going on, especially when you go to sleep at night. So there's some great meditations and stuff that you can listen to before you go to bed. So if that is an issue for you, I would definitely suggest that. So let's see here if this person's going to take any action towards you. This person going to take any actions towards Taurus? Actions towards Taurus. So we have a Judgment card coming out. Knight of Wands. The Fool. Yeah, I feel like this is new. Queen of Pentacles. I definitely feel like this person's going to make a move here on you, Taurus. They're being called to like take some action towards you, to start something new, something that's going to be really nurturing, something that's going to be really loving. So I feel like this person, like I mentioned already, I feel like this person and you are going to have a lot in common right off the bat, like a lot to talk about. Like immediately. And I feel like one of the things that this person likes the most about you here, Taurus, is, just that you're very grounded, you're very real, you're very authentic. Kind of like what's important here. But you are, this person is highly attracted to you. And they're, I feel like, between the Wheel of Fortune and Judgment here, definitely this person's supposed to come across your path. And this person is supposed to like either like give you a new perspective on love, change your perspective on love, or like what long-term happiness actually looks like, or what it could look like, and really get you out of like a bit of this negative space, if that makes sense. So I like it. Let's see if you're going to take any actions. Is Taurus going to take any action towards this person as well? Is Taurus going to be accepting of this person, this situation? So I just want to tell you, Taurus, be open, I want to say, to meeting somebody. Actions from Taurus, please. Two of Swords. Yeah, I don't feel like you see this coming at all. Tell me more about... Yeah, there's that sort of like immediate connection on the bottom with that Six of Cups. Tell me about this Two of Swords and Taurus's actions. Page of Pentacles. This person might be younger than you. Knight of Pentacles. Ace of Cups. I feel like you've been waiting a long time for this person, to come in. And again, there could be an age difference, but I feel like, you are... I feel like, in this Four of Swords, so I feel like either you're still kind of like working on yourself, healing yourself, trying to get out of this energy. So I feel like you do want to take things slow, when you meet this person. You might be like, whoa, slow down here. But again, I feel like with this Ace of Cups, I feel like you're going to kind of like open up your heart here a little bit, Taurus, which is good because I feel like, you need to kind of like work on that mindset and, realize that you can have the Ten of Cups with somebody, that you deserve love. But I feel like, yeah, you may definitely, kind of need to slow things down, and if there is a big age difference, this person might be like, very like, a little less risk adverse than you are, Taurus, in your in your wisdom, right? So, and again, I feel like for a lot of you, you don't see this coming at all. So pay attention. I feel like there is someone coming towards you, like I mentioned in your monthly. So if you haven't watched that, check that reading out. I'm not going to pull any hidden messages. Maybe I'll pull some Heart's Hidden Secrets, because I just feel like if this is somebody new, like the messages are not going to really apply, because that's like an old situation. But let's get some Heart's Hidden Secrets here for Taurus. So we have conflict coming out, clashing, differences, incompatibility. So perhaps that's your past energy here, Taurus. Why you're disappointed in love in general. And then we have pride coming out, commitment. Let's take a look at the bottom of withdrawn, single, lonely, solitary. So I definitely feel like for a lot of you, you haven't been in a connection maybe for a while. And then we have running, ghosting, disappearing, invisible. So perhaps somebody as well, escaping, avoiding, blocking, and pushing away. So it definitely looks like to me here, Taurus, you haven't had it easy, I feel, in love. So that's obviously probably where this energy is coming from. But again, I feel like, pay attention to your mind chatter here. I feel like there is somebody new on the path. And I feel like, this is going to open your heart. It's going to take a while. But I feel like this person that you were meant to meet this person with the Wheel of Fortune card coming out. So I do like that. I'm feeling like for those of you that are in no contact with somebody outside of this situation, I'll pull a few messages just because I know some of you really like that. So this is only if you're in no contact or you have somebody else in your mind, somebody from the past, and you're wondering how this person is doing and or feeling about you. So well, I'll do this anyway, but this isn't your new person or the person coming on the path here towards you. All right, messages from Taurus's old person. I mean old as in like somebody you already know. Messages for Taurus. We have sometimes I stay awake thinking about you. I replay our conversations over and over. Anything else for Taurus? I'll just do one more sweep here. My life is not together as it seems. Anything else for Taurus? You were the best thing in my life. Oh, Taurus, I feel like, whoever this past person is, I feel you leaving me behind. This person obviously thinks about you, Taurus. Things on the surface, look a certain way, but obviously they're not. And again, I feel like this person is missing you. So anyway, guys, I'm going to end your reading here. Hopefully it resonated. If it did, definitely let me know. I'd love to hear from you. So if you want to make a comment, like, and or subscribe to my channel, I would love that. As always, take care of yourselves. Follow your heart here. Try and be open to love, I want to say at this point. And I'll see you in your May reading. Take care, guys.